casting silhouettes upon the wall. We sway together in an empty grand ballroom. The autumn leaves are gathering inside the dusty hall as we dance away the memories of our collective doom.
I feel your callous hand gripping my velvet waist, moving to a cadence that is hauntingly sublime. There is no urgency, no reason to proceed in haste. We are completely insulated from the march of time. Your footsteps are deliberate, a contrast to my glide. Yeah, counting out the steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Trying to adjust my rugged posture to your poetry. Yeah. I'm used to mosh pits, aggressive crowds, and heavy metal bands. Now I'm navigating through a ballroom, holding your hands. The contrast is ridiculous, a beast dancing with the beauty, but I feel an overwhelming sense of artistic duty to match your elegance, to fluidly follow your direction. Stepping out of my dark corner to find a new connection. The shadows on the wallpaper are mimics of our past, reminding us of all the illusions that we finally cast. Decide to make room for this beautiful syncopated waltz, accepting our virtues and forgiving our historical faults. We spin around the perimeter of our deepest anxieties, escaping from the superficial judgments of societies. A 3/4 time signature is a therapeutic vessel, helping our separate internal demons to finally wrestle. And it's a shadow waltz beneath the dim and dusty light, an nocturnal dance that keeps us company tonight. We blend the fierce lyricism with the 3/4 swing, anxious to discover what this combination can bring. Yes, the shadow waltz will spin us across the floor until we don't remember how to fight this useless war. My perspective changes when I adapt to your rotation, realizing that control is just a foolish complication. I spent my whole life trying to dictate the exact rhythm, trapping my creative spirit inside a rigid prison. But this triple meter cadence is forcing me to yield, dropping my sword, my armor, and my heavy shield. I watch a dress spin like a galaxy of stars, erasing the visibility of my emotional scars. No longer chasing after the commercial charts or trophies, just lost inside the elegance of these acoustic
philosophies. We orchestrate a movement that defies the modern trend, finding a beautiful beginning where the old stories end. The grandfather clock is striking in the middle of the night. Our silhouettes are melting into a singular design. We don't need the validation of the spotlight's light, as long as your chaotic spirit can synchronize with mine. This dance is our sanctuary from the cold world outside. We spin around the perimeter of our deepest anxieties, escaping from the superficial judgments of societies. The 3/4 time signature is a therapeutic vessel, helping our separate internal demons to finally wrestle. And it's a shadow waltz beneath the dim and dusty light, a nocturnal dance that keeps us company tonight. We blend the fierce lyricism with the 3/4 swing, anxious to discover what this combination can bring. Yes, the shadow waltz will spin us across the floor until we don't remember how to fight this useless war. Spin me around,
let the darkness fade away.
Yeah, I'm following your lead until the break of day.
No more missteps, our
harmony is pure.
This triple meter rhythm
is the ultimate cure. to what our silent shadows are saying. And it's a shadow waltz beneath the dim and dusty light, a nocturnal dance that keeps us company tonight. We blend the fierce lyricism with the 3/4 swing, anxious to discover what this combination can bring. Yes, the shadow waltz will spin us across the floor until we don't remember how to fight this useless war. Take a bow, we done, that's all. The barista pours another cup of dark roast espresso. I watch the steam evaporate against the morning frost, just staring out the window at the people down below, calculating everything we gathered and we lost. The sugar doesn't sweeten the resentment in our cup. We drink the liquid sorrow till our vision starts to blur. It's funny how a single choice can tear a kingdom up and leave us with the ghost of everything we used to were. I trace the porcelain handle with my trembling fingertips, wishing I could rewrite every bitter word we spoke.
Yeah, pass the mug because my throat is dry from swallowing my pride. I've been suppressing all these demons that are bubbling inside. Look at the dark complexion of the beverage inside the glass. Reminds me of the shadows that we threw across the grass when we were arguing about the petty things that didn't matter. Watching all our expectations shatter like a ceramic platter. I pour my heart out in a message that I never sent, spending every single second wondering where the passion went. Now we're trapped inside a coffee house surrounded by the patrons, two separate entities avoiding any close relations. I take a gulp, it burns my tongue, a physical reminder that history can be a cruel, unforgiving grinder. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises, a fragile human brace. The morning rush is swirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. It's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision. But through the bitterness, a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. I watch the sediment settle down at the very bottom, thinking about the vibe of summer turning into autumn. My vocabulary fails me when I look into your eyes. I see through the facade and all the clever, neat disguises. You wanted something simple, just a peaceful, quiet life. Instead, I brought the chaos, the publicity, the strife, the media perception of a madman with a pen. And now I'm trying to figure out if we can start again in this bohemian cafe, listening into the acoustic chords, dropping all my weapons, my artillery, my swords. Just an ordinary man holding a lukewarm paper cup, hoping that you'll look across the table and look up.
The background music plays an old familiar bossa nova, a gentle reminder that the storm is finally over. We don't need to rebuild the walls we spent years tearing down. We just need to find a way to walk through this old town without the heavy burden of the grudges that we keep. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises, a fragile human breaks. The morning rush is swirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. It's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision. But through the bitterness, a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. echo.
Drink it down, let the dawn.
Stories told, secrets sold, watching love unfold.
We survived the frost,
we survived the longest night.
yeah.
Just the focus, still the pictures looking right. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We are forced to. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred, got the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision. But through the bitterness, a spark of truth remains alive. A desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. Just a bit of brew in the morning light. Lay the tips on the counter, we're good out. Fingers slide across the damaged ivory block. The harmony is fractured, completely out of tune. The ticking mechanism of the grandfather clock reminds me that the winter will swallow up the June. We try to construct a beautiful, cohesive song, but every single inversion feels slightly out of place. We spent too many seasons pretending nothing was wrong, hiding our deep resentment behind a smiling face. Now the disarray is vibrating through the metallic strings, a painful manifestation of the sorrow that it brings.
Yeah, look at these broken chords. The composition is a disaster. We're trying to patch up the holes in the structural plaster with superficial apologies that don't mean a thing. Wondering what kind of misery this arrangement will bring. I'm used to spitting aggressive rhymes over a solid foundation. Now I'm navigating through a sea of absolute frustration. Because the root note is missing, the bass line is distorted. Every single attempt at reconciliation has been aborted. I look at your sheet music, it's torn and scattered around, an accurate representation of the trauma that we found when we allowed our egos to dictate the musical key,
destroying the fragile balance of our creative decree. We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall.
Yeah, I remember when our synchronization was completely flawless. Before our internal environment became entirely lawless, I was a perfectionist, analyzing every single syllable count, trying to conquer every obstacle that I had to surmount. But sitting next to you on this fractured piano bench, I feel an emotional pain that no amount of liquor can quench. No longer able to hide behind a clever punchline, a gimmick, faced with a reality that I don't want to mimic. We let the dissonance linger, refusing to resolve the chord, realizing that honesty is our only remaining reward. A devastating masterpiece built out of structural decay, watching the final remnants of our paradise wither away.
The candlelight is dying out inside the empty room. The final harmonic extension dissolves into the dark. We are completely surrounded by an atmospheric gloom, unable to ignite a single salvaging creative spark. Our legacy is written in these unresolved tragic notes. We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. fix the structure. The damage is too deep.
Yeah, nothing left
but the secrets that we're forced to keep.
Yeah,
there's no point in trying to play. Let the final broken chord just drift completely away. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Let it break, it's over. Walk away. The orange horizon bleeds across the sky. The day is folding like an old beach chair. I sit on the veranda watching birds fly by in the warm, sticky, late July air. You look out at the landscape deep in your thoughts, a quiet silhouette against the fading glow, counting all the battles that we both fought, while the evening river begins to slowly flow. There is a peaceful sadness in this fleeting light, a golden bridge before we step into the night.
Yeah, catching the last rays of the sun on my face, slowing down my thoughts in this specific space. I'm used to the concrete, the shadows, the dark. Now I'm sitting on the deck looking at the state park. The amber dusk is casting a therapeutic shade, watching how the fierce anxieties of daytime fade. I drop the defensive posture, the cynical attitude, replacing my aggressive drive with genuine gratitude. Your guitar chords are like a warm evening breeze, bringing my chaotic mind completely to its knees. We fuse the pavement perspective with the golden hour, discovering an alternative, sophisticated in power.
The daylight is escaping, but we don't feel the panic, embracing a rhythm that is purely organic. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Underneath the amber dusk, we watch the colors bleed, finding the tranquility that our spirits truly need. We blend the gritty lyricism with the coffeehouse tone, creating an environment that is completely our own. Yes, the amber dusk will soothe our historical pain before the night covers the valley once again.
I remember when I thought that life was just a race, screaming at the microphone, maintaining a frantic pace. But looking at the horizon, the orange turning to pink, I finally have the opportunity to sit down and think about the true value of these quiet, peaceful sessions, converting my old anger into honest confessions. No longer chasing after the spotlight or the praise, just lost inside the warmth of these late summer days. We let the tempo drop down to a relaxed stride, allowing all the internal hostility to completely subside. A legendary partnership built on mutual respect, protecting our vulnerability from any negative defect.
The first star is blinking in the purple sky. The crickets are starting their nocturnal tune. We don't need to offer a reason or a why, as long as we can sit beneath the coming moon. Our synchronization is a beautiful golden shield. The daylight is escaping, but we don't feel the panic, embracing a rhythm that is purely organic. The frequency is shifting as the shadows grow long, giving us the perfect atmosphere to execute this song. Underneath the amber dusk, we watch the colors bleed, finding the tranquility that our spirits truly need. We blend the gritty lyricism with the coffeehouse tone, creating an environment that is completely our own. will soothe our historical pain before the night covers the valley once again.
Let it bay, 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 yeah. Let it fade, let the golden light dissolve away. Yeah, I'm content with leaving behind the yesterday.
We are safe inside the warmth of this quiet twilight,
adjusting our focus
until the picture is right. I just watched the last bit of orange disappear from the wall.
This melody
is the ultimate answer to our creative call. Underneath the amber dusk, we watch the colors bleed, finding the tranquility that our spirits truly need. We blend the gritty lyricism with the coffeehouse tone, creating an environment that is completely our own. Yes, the amber dusk will soothe our historical pain before the night covers the valley once again.
Let the darkness come
where good, beautiful. The city sleeps beneath a blanket of neon blue. The clock tower chimes, announcing the witching hour. I sit on the balcony, waiting alone for you, as the rain pours down, stripping the blooming flower.
I hold a crystal glass filled with the crimson wine, reflecting the street lights dancing upon the floor. I wonder if your path will ever intersect with mine, or if we're just drifters knocking on a locked door. The air is chilly, carrying a scent of old romance, a nostalgic whisper blowing through the open space. Yeah, I'm driving through the boulevard, windshield wipers moving fast, chasing after ghosts from a distant, obliterated past. The dashboard glow is casting shadows on my weary face, trying to find a destination in this empty space. I park the vehicle, step out into the midnight mist, thinking about the opportunities that we both missed. I climb the stairwell, heavy footsteps echoing aloud, tired of the noise and the pollution of the daily crowd. I see you standing by the railing like a silhouette, a cinematic vision that I never will forget. You hand me the glass, a gesture of unspoken truths, loosening the tension from a tight constricting noose.
Underneath the canopy of stars that refuse to shine, we cross the boundary, racing the dividing line. A singular moment frozen in the nocturnal air,
trading our illusions for a truth we
finally share. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about our damage, we both die. In the quiet hours when the world has gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time.
My perspective changes when the clock strikes 12. Into the deepest corners of my psyche I begin to delve. No more defense mechanisms, no more witty punchlines, just a man analyzing all his internal design signs.
I appreciate the cadence of your gentle breathing pattern. We're like two distant satellites orbiting around Saturn, far away from the criticism and the public scrutiny,
preventing my chaotic thoughts from staging a new mutiny.
You teach me how to slow down, how to embrace the rhythm, escaping from the walls of my own self-imposed prison. We take our time, savoring the flavor on our palate, writing our own laws without a judge or a gavel mallet. The velvet night enfolds us in a warm embrace, the turbulence of yesterday is thoroughly erased. I leaned against your shoulder, feeling the steady beat of a heart that found its sanctuary off the frantic street. The world can spin without us for a little while. Underneath the canopy of stars that refuse to shine, we cross the boundary, erasing the dividing line. A singular moment frozen in the nocturnal air, trading our illusions for a truth we finally share. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world has gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time. The night is young though the world is fast asleep.
We dive into the ocean where the water's running deep.
No reservations left, we give in to the flow.
You turn the headlights off, let the dashboard glow.
Sip it slow, let the stress evaporate from your veins.
Nothing but the moonlight,
and the music remains. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world has gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time. Just you and me.
yeah. Let the city sleep midnight.
The pink electric glare bleeds through the blind, illuminating puddles on the floor. I leave my heavy worries far behind and watch the traffic from the bedroom door. This neon blues is wrapping around my throat, a luminous and artificial hue. I try to write a simple tender note to bridge the distance between me and you, but the commercial city never rests. It broadcasts sadness on a grand design.
Yeah. Staring at the flashing billboards from the high-rise balcony, thinking about the price of this executive economy. I'm bathing in the violet light of digital aesthetic. My internal condition is incredibly prophetic. I used to chase the spotlight till my vision became blurry, living in a world of absolute aggressive hurry. But this neon blues is offering a different coloration, slowing down my frantic psychological acceleration. Your guitar chords are like a cool refreshing soda drink, forcing my chaotic brain to step away and think. We fuse the pavement poetry with your acoustic elegance, creating a defensive wall against the modern arrogance.
The artificial illumination is blinding all the pedestrians, while we are navigating through the dark like elite equestrians. We don't need the sun to show us where the truth is hidden, stepping out into the territory that was once forbidden. Underneath the neon blues, we find our own identity, escaping from the system and its corporate commodity. We blend the gritty narrative with the late night jazz groove, giving the nocturnal creatures a profound reason to move. Yes, the neon blues will guide our footsteps through the grid, revealing all the beautiful secrets that we always hid.
I remember when I thought that success was defined by the glare of a million camera flashes illuminating the air. But it's a lonely existence when you're sitting on the throne, wrapped inside a fabric that is chemically grown. Now I prefer the subtle shade of this bohemian establishment, finding an artistic and creative nourishment in the syncopated rhythm of your gentle jazz progression, converting my aggressive drive into an honest confession. No longer participating in the commercial competition, just executing a legendary independent mission to master craftsman, painting on a neon canvas tonight, creating a masterpiece before the morning brings the light.
The headlight Light beams are streaking down the wet expressway. The city looks like a giant illuminated circuit board. We don't have to follow what the critics try to say, as long as our collaborative spirit can remain in accord. Our synchronized vibration is a brilliant electric shield. The artificial illumination is blinding all the pedestrians, while we are navigating through the dark like elite equestrians. We don't need the sun to show us where the truth is hidden, stepping out into the territory that was once forbidden. Underneath the neon blues, we find our own identity, escaping from the system and its corporate commodity. We blend the gritty narrative with the late night jazz groove, giving the nocturnal creatures a profound reason to move. Yes, the neon blues will guide our footsteps through the grid, revealing all the beautiful secrets that we always hid. Let it glow. Let it glow. Let the artificial colors cascade.
Yeah, watch how the ghosts of our past
begin to fade.
We are safe inside the
frequency of this electric night,
adjusting our perspective
until the picture is right. Just watch the neon sign flicker against the dark wall.
This melody is the ultimate answer to our creative call.
Neon blues, we find our own identity, escaping from the system and its corporate commodity. We blend the gritty narrative with the late night jazz groove, giving the nocturnal creatures profound reason to move. Yes, the neon blues will guide our footsteps through the grid, revealing all the beautiful secrets that we always hid. Neon blue,
shining in the dark,
turn the switches off. We are brilliant. My fingers slide across the damaged ivory block. The harmony is fractured, completely out of tune. The ticking mechanism of the grandfather clock reminds me that the winter will swallow up the June. We try to construct a beautiful, cohesive song, but every single inversion feels slightly out of place. We spend too many seasons pretending nothing was wrong, hiding our deep resentment behind a smiling face. Now the disarray is vibrating through the metallic strings, a painful manifestation of the sorrow that it brings.
Yeah, look at these broken chords, the composition is a disaster. We're trying to patch up the holes in the structural plaster with superficial apologies that don't mean a thing, wondering what kind of misery this arrangement will bring. I'm used to spitting aggressive rhymes over a solid foundation. Now I'm navigating through a sea of absolute frustration, because the root note is missing, the bass line is distorted. Every single attempt at reconciliation has been aborted. I look at your sheet music, it's torn and scattered around, an accurate representation of the trauma that we found when we allowed our egos to dictate the musical key, destroying the fragile balance of our creative decree.
We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain, but the intervals are jagged, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental history. historic fall.
I remember when our synchronization was completely flawless, before our internal environment became entirely lawless. I was a perfectionist, analyzing every single syllable count, trying to conquer every obstacle that I had to surmount. But sitting next to you on this fractured piano bench, I feel an emotional pain that no amount of liquor can quench. No longer able to hide behind a clever punchline, a gimmick, faced with a reality that I don't want to mimic. We let the dissonance linger, refusing to resolve the chord, realizing that honesty is our only remaining reward. A devastating masterpiece built out of structural decay, watching the final remnants of our paradise wither away.
The candlelight is dying out inside the empty room. The final harmonic extension dissolves into the dark. We are completely surrounded by an atmospheric gloom, unable to ignite a single salvaging creative spark. Our legacy is written in these unresolved tragic notes. We try to find a resolution to this dissonant strain, searching for a therapeutic balm to alleviate the pain. But the interval's a dagger, the tension refuses to break, exposing every single error that we managed to make. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Nothing left but the secrets that we're forced to keep. Through these broken chords, we articulate our mutual grief, searching through the disarray for a moment of temporary relief. We blend the fractured poetry with the melancholy design, accepting that our tapestry will never perfectly align. Yes, the broken chords are echoing through the empty hall, a haunting monument to our monumental historic fall. Then, let it break, it's over. Walk away. Yeah. The lines upon my heart are old and deeply set, a history of choices that I try not to regret. I run my fingers across the smooth mahogany wood, wishing I could change the past if I only stood a little taller against the heavy rushing wind. Before the innocence of youth was completely thin, we carry our luggage from a distant painful place, trying to find a savior or a shred of human grace. But there is a unique beauty in these old defects, an honest testament to what the soul reflects.
Yeah. Look at these vintage scars, the topography of my life, an accurate map of all the struggle, trauma, and strife. I used to try to camouflage the wounds with the fake smile, pretending that I was bulletproof for a long, long while. But these markings on my psyche are a badge of honor now, proving that I survived the storm, fulfilling my vow to never let the industry machinery break my spirit down. Even when I was the most hated individual in this town, your piano notes are like a therapeutic cooling balm, relieving the internal panic, restoring the sense of calm. We orchestrate a dialogue out of our collective damage, creating a frequency that ordinary people can barely manage.
We don't erase the history, we embrace the rugged texture, magnificent monument out of our old architecture. The frequency is shifting as we accept our broken pieces, watching how the heavy burden of the past finally decreases. Through these vintage scars we express our definitive truth, moving far beyond the reckless arrogance of our youth. We blend the pavement poetry with the sophisticated chord, realizing that emotional honesty is its own reward. Yes, the vintage scars will document our incredible survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival.
I remember the days when everyone was fresh and bleeding, fueled by a toxic diet that my ego was constantly feeding. I thought the strength meant never showing a single vulnerability, operating on a level of absolute destructive volatility. But sitting next to you on the studio bench today, I see the immense power of letting the hostility melt away, no longer needing a weapon as every single syllable I spit, just enjoying the organic texture of the track where we sit. We let the memories breathe, refusing to sanitize the narrative, realizing that the truth is the ultimate powerful imperative, a legendary combination of the gutter and the grand stage, writing a beautiful new chapter on a vintage weathered page. The morning sun is illuminating the scratches on the floor. The old anxieties are no longer knocking on the door. We can finally step out of the frantic competitive race, accepting the mature tranquility of this creative space. Our synchronization is an indelible mark that will never fade. We don't erase the history, we embrace the rugged texture, building a magnificent monument out of our old architecture. The frequency is shifting as we accept our broken pieces, watching how the heavy burden of the past finally decreases. Through these vintage scars we express our definitive truth, moving far beyond the reckless arrogance of our youth. We blend the pavement poetry with the sophisticated chord, realizing that emotional honesty is its own reward. Yes, the vintage scars will document our incredible survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival. The essence,
our resilience
is permanent,
written in our skin,
a sophisticated frequency
from the place where we begin. Through these vintage scars we express our definitive truth, moving far beyond the reckless arrogance of our youth. We blend the pavement poetry with the sophisticated chord, realizing that emotional honesty is its own reward. Yes, the vintage scars will document our incredible survival, securing our positions far above any modern rival. We survived the battle, it's a classic we out. The city sleeps beneath a blanket of neon blue. The clock tower chimes, announcing the witching hour. I sit on the balcony waiting alone for you. As the rain pours down, stripping the blooming flower.
I hold a crystal glass filled with a crimson wine, reflecting the street lights dancing upon the floor. I wonder if your path will ever intersect with mine, or if we're just drifters knocking on a locked door.
The air is chilly, carrying a scent of old romance, a nostalgic whisper blowing through the open space.
Yeah, I'm driving through the boulevard, windshield wipers moving fast, chasing after ghosts from a distant obliterated past. The dashboard glow is casting shadows on my weary face, trying to find a destination in this empty space. I park the vehicle, step out into the midnight mist, thinking about the opportunities that we both missed. I climb the stairwell, heavy footsteps echoing aloud, tired of the noise and the pollution of the daily crowd. I see you
standing by the railing like a silhouette, a cinematic vision that I never will forget. You hand me the glass, a gesture of unspoken truce, loosening the tension from a tight, constricting noose. Underneath the canopy of stars that refuse to shine, we cross the boundary, erasing the dividing line. A singular moment frozen in the nocturnal air, trading our illusions for a truth we finally share. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world is gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time.
Yeah, my perspective changes when the clock strikes 12. Into the deepest corners of my psyche I begin to delve. No more defense mechanisms, no more witty punchlines, just a man analyzing all his internal design signs. Appreciate the cadence of your gentle breathing pattern. We're like two distant satellites orbiting around Saturn, far away from the criticism and the public scrutiny, preventing my chaotic thoughts from staging a new mutiny. You teach me how to slow down, how to embrace the rhythm, escaping from the walls of my own self-imposed prison. We take our time, savoring the flavor on our palate, writing our own laws without a judge or a gavel mallet.
The velvet night enfolds us in a warm embrace. The turbulence of yesterday is thoroughly erased. I lean against your shoulder, feeling the steady beat of a heart that found a sanctuary off the frantic street. The world can spin without us for a little while. Underneath the canopy of stars that refuse to shine, we cross the boundary, erasing the dividing line. A singular moment frozen in the nocturnal air, for a truth we finally share. Take a midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world is gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, our asylum at the very edge of time. The night is young,
though the world is fast asleep.
We dive into the ocean where the water's running deep.
No reservations left,
we give into the flow.
Yeah, turn the headlights off,
let the dashboard glow, glow, glow.
But the moonlight in the music
on the midnight sip, let the liquid courage heal the scar. We don't need to worry, we don't need to worry about how damaged we both are. In the quiet hours when the world is gone to sleep, we can share the secrets that we swore we'd always keep. Just a midnight sip to wash away the dust and grime, finding our asylum at the very edge of time. Midnight sip, just you and me. Yeah, let the city sleep midnight. White noises drifting through the old speaker box, a transmission from a world we left behind. I feel the vibration through my woolen socks. As the late night frequencies begin to wind, we are like two signals searching for a clear band, lost in the waves of a vast digital ocean, trying to hold on with an unsteadied hand to the remaining fragments of our pure emotion. The needle is skipping on the scratch shellac, a rhythmic reminder that there is no turning back.
Yeah, hear the distortion scratching inside my eardrum. Reminds me of the chaotic place that I emerged from. I'm dialing the receiver, trying to find your station, navigating through a sea of absolute frustration. The airwaves are crowded with commercial pollution, but I'm searching for an organic acoustic resolution. I spent my whole career screaming through the microphone capsule, trying to keep my aggressive thoughts under a tight capsule. But the static soul environment is forcing me to listen, watching how the dust motes in the low light glisten. Your piano chords are like a filter that cleans the signal, rescuing my spirit from a reality
that's artificial. We let the feedback become a part of our melody, converting the technological glitch into a therapy. The interference is dropping as our frequencies align, creating a pristine blueprint of a legendary design. And it's a static soul vibrating through the cosmic air, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel.
Yeah. My perspective is changing when the background hiss increases, forcing me to reassemble all my broken psychological pieces. I used to think that volume was the only way to conquer the static, delivering a verbal barrage that was entirely erratic. But sitting in the studio observing your frequency control, I feel a deep sense of tranquility entering my soul. No longer participating in the modern digital rat race, just enjoying the warmth of this analog restricted space. We let the distortion linger, refusing to sanitize a track, embracing the beauty of every single imperfection and crack. A monumental fusion of the street corner in the lounge room, watching our alternative creative project
suddenly bloom. The radio tower is flashing on the distant hill. The midnight transmission is reaching its final phase. The outside world is completely quiet and still as we emerge from the thick electronic haze. Our synchronization is a permanent, unbreakable wave. We let the feedback become a part of our melody, converting the technological glitch into a therapy. The interference is dropping as our frequencies align, creating a pristine blueprint of a legendary design. And it's a static soul vibrating through the cosmic air, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel. Yeah.
Yeah, the more.
And it's static soul vibrating through the cosmic air. And it's static soul, an honest manifestation of the burdens that we bear. We blend the gritty frequencies with the vintage pop grace, securing our own position in this vast electronic space. Yes, the static soul will eventually find a clear channel, dressing our rawest thoughts in a warm sheet of flannel.
Static soul,
Drifting away into space,
pull the plug on the receiver.
where good peace. Stained glass reflects the fading evening light. We sit in silence, watching shadows grow. The steam from teacups rises in the night. A bittersweet, sweet melody starts to flow. You hold your secrets hidden in your chest. I read the lines engraved upon your palm. We seek a sanctuary, craving rest within this fragile, temporary calm. Your words are heavy, tumbling like the rain against the window of my lonely heart. We try to find a balm to soothe the pain before our tangled worlds are torn apart.
Yeah, look at these velvet curtains hanging from the ceiling structure, hiding all the fractures from a catastrophic rupture. I'm pacing on the hardwood, staring at the grand piano, trying to decode your vocal range in sweet soprano. But my mind is like a labyrinth of chaotic puzzle pieces. Every time I try to speak, the inattention just increases. I grew up in the concrete, hardened by the winter freezing. Now I'm sitting in this lounge, searching for a valid reason to lay down my old armor, let the rhythm take control, injecting jazz melodies straight into a damaged soul. You strike a minor chord and suddenly my vision clears, washing away 20 years of accumulated fears.
The ink is wet upon the blank white page. We turn the key and unlock the iron cage. Step out into the dim and smoky room and watch our collective definitions bloom. All these velvet rhymes are falling down like silver autumn leaves, a soothing tapestry that every broken spirit weaves. We blend the fierce conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony.
Yeah, I used to think that volume was the only way to conquer foes, screaming at the microphone, delivering the heavy blows. But now I see the power in the whisper, in the sudden pause, analyzing all my flaws without demanding your applause. You guide me through the tempo like an angel in disguise, reconstructing all the fragments where the old resentment lies. No more aggressive anthem, just a steady, peaceful flow, watching how the embers of a dying fire glow. I drop the heavy baggage that I carried on my spine, blending my aggressive flow with your vintage muscadine. We write a brand new chapter where the past cannot pursue, finding a silver lining in a world of darkest blue.
The clock is ticking backwards on the wall. The outside noise begins to fade away. I listen closely to your rhythmic call and find the courage that I lost today. Your poetry is sharp, but beautifully refined, the perfect counterpoint to my design. The ink is wet upon the blank white page. We turn the key and unlock the iron cage. Step out into the dim and smoky room and watch our collective definitions bloom. All these velvet rhymes are falling down like silver autumn leaves, a soothing tapestry that every broken spirit weaves. We blend the fierce conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony. Conviction with the tenderest embrace, finding our salvation in this quiet, sacred space. Yes, the velvet rhymes will carry us across the stormy sea. A beautiful collision of your truth and harmony. Just let the piano play peace. Just let the piano play peace. The droplets bounce against the window pane tonight. We are completely insulated from the frantic town. The neon sign outside is casting crimson light as all our heavy inhibitions start to drown. I pour a drink and watch the bubbles gently rise. You sit across from me, your notebook on your knees. I see a softer definition in your eyes. Enchanted by the whisper of the autumn breeze. We have no schedule, no deadlines left to meet. Just 20 fingers waiting for the perfect cue.
Yeah, look at the condensation forming on the window glass. Reminds me of the decades that I permitted to pass. In the frantic blur of stadium shows and flashing lights, trading my sanity for lonely, sleepless nights. But in this rainy lounge, the universe is standing still. I don't feel the obligation to deliver a lyrical thrill. I can just lay my thoughts down on a velvet cushion without the industry executives constantly pushing. Your vocal tone is like a warm fireplace in December, igniting embers of a past I actually wanna remember. We drop the tempo down to 60 beats per minute, finding a peaceful quiet solace now that we are in it.
The storm is raging on the boulevard outside these walls, but we are safe inside these temporary sacred halls. We watch the water wash away the dirt from every street, creating a rhythm where our separate worlds can finally meet. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky.
I used to think that peace was just a mythical illusion, a fairy tale designed to hide the psychological confusion. But sitting here with you listening to the thunder rumble, I feel my giant walls of ego start to crack and crumble. You offer me a shelter from my own aggressive history, unraveling the complexity of my internal mystery. No longer weaponizing syllables to cause an injury, just analyzing all the poetry inside your imagery. We elevate the art form by reducing all the volume, writing our thoughts inside a monumental private volume. This is the antidote to all the digital pollution. A classic jazz performance is the ultimate resolution.
The candlelight is flickering against the wooden wall. The storm outside is reaching its dramatic peak. I listen closely to your gentle rhythmic call and find the vocabulary that I used to seek. Our synchronization is completely undeniable and strong. On the boulevard outside these walls, but we are safe inside these temporary sacred halls. We watch the water wash away the dirt from every street, creating a rhythm where our separate worlds can finally meet. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky. Completely different kind of call.
No more running from the ghosts of our past.
Yeah, we built a shelter that is guaranteed to last. Inside this rainy lounge, the world can spin away. We have no interest in tomorrow or the yesterday. We blend the rapid execution with the gentle touch, realizing that a simple whisper means so much. Yes, the rainy lounge will keep us warm and dry beneath the heavy canopy of a weeping stormy sky. Rainy lounge until the morning light.
Keep the storm outside.
We're good, good night. vast and completely empty. I scream your name, but nothing ever comes back to me. We accumulated wealth and treasures in plenty, but lost the simple essence of our history. I stand upon the precipice of this dark canyon, looking for a sign, a glimmer, or a spark, wishing you were still my comforting companion, to guide me through the terrifying dense dark. The reverberation of our last argument remains etched into the very stone of this abandoned place.
I hear the echo of our arguments bouncing off the canyon wall, reminding me of every single time I caused your pride to fall. I was too stubborn to admit that I was terrified of losing control, allowing my internal monsters to dig a massive empty hole. Now I'm standing in the clearing, shouting out an apology, trying to reverse the damage of my destructive psychology. The silence that you give me is louder than a gunshot blast, a painful reminder that the good times are firmly in the past. I try to find a vocabulary to bridge this immense divide, but my ego keeps telling me to bury the truth deep inside. Yet your piano chords are reaching out like a lifeline in the fog, rescuing my spirit from this suffocating, swampy bog. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bowls. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunted memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. I used to fill the silence with a barrage of rapid words, attacking every instrumental track like a flock of vicious birds. But now I understand the value of leaving a blank space, allowing your melody to completely illuminate the place. You show me that restraint can be a powerful artistic choice, giving more weight and definition to my gravelly voice. We strip away the distortion, the hype, and the theatrics, focusing entirely on our emotional and creative matrix. No longer running away from the quiet moments of reflection, just accepting our flaws without demanding human perfection. I drop the microphone on the dusty, worn-out floor, realizing that I don't need to fight this war anymore. The wind is dying down inside this ancient valley, the stars are illuminating the dark abandoned street. I no longer feel the need to constantly keep score or tally every single mistake or painful historical defeat. Our spirits are finally learning how to gently coexist. We listen to the space between the words we never speak, discovering the hidden strength of being completely weak. The frequency is shifting as we align our separate souls, filling up the empty spaces and the broken bowls. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. For either of us to lie, just listen to the absolute quietness right now. We finally figured out the answer.
somehow. And it's a silent echo returning from the valley deep, a haunting memory that we are forced to forever keep. We blend the raw vulnerability with the vintage grace, reclaiming our position in this vast celestial space. Yes, the silent echo will eventually fade away, leaving us with nothing but the promise of a brighter day. Nothing left but the truth. Peace out. The highway stretches out into the midnight dark, a river of white headlights moving down below. I sit up on the rooftop waiting for a spark as the cold industrial wind begins to blow. I hear the distant hum of the metropolis alive, a million different stories intersecting in the air. We struggle in the concrete jungle just to survive, forgetting all the simple things we used to share. Your voice comes through the static of my old radio, a comforting reminder of the world I used to know.
Yeah. I hear that distant hum of the engines on the interstate, pacing on the terrace, trying to communicate. The isolation of a man who reached the absolute summit, watching his emotional stability suddenly plummet. I look down at the gridlock, the city looks like a circuit board, a chaotic environment that I can no longer afford to let inside my psyche, polluting my internal peace. I need this industrial noise to completely cease.
With your melodies cutting through the smog and the vibration, providing a divine alternative destination. The frequency of jazz that counteracts the urban madness, replacing my aggressive cynicism with a gentle sadness. The world is spinning at a terrifying, frantic pace, but we are frozen in this elevated, quiet space. We listen to the vibration of the valley down below, allowing our creative ideas to naturally grow. And it's a distant hum that reminds us where we came from, an echo of the pavement and the beating of the street drum. We blend the mechanical pressure with the organic touch, realizing that the quiet moments mean so much. Yes, the distant hum will eventually fade into sleep, leaving us with nothing but the promises we keep.
Yeah. I spent my whole life screaming over the industrial roar, fighting for a position on the dirty venue floor. But now I appreciate the beauty of a distant perspective, analyzing my career with a completely new objective. No longer participating in the rap race or the competition, just executing my artistic and creative mission with a legendary songstress who understands the pocket. We don't need to launch another commercial rocket, just
sitting on a rooftop watching the exhaust fumes rise, seeing the reflection of the stars inside your eyes. We synchronize our thoughts like two grandfather clocks, escaping from the system and its commercial boxes. The midnight train is whistling along the rusty track. The city down below is finally turning off the light. There is no earthly reason for us to ever look back, as long as we can navigate the darkness of the night. Our connection is a lighthouse in a stormy, foggy sea. The world is spinning at a terrifying, frantic pace, but we are frozen in this elevated, quiet space. We listen to the vibration of the valley down below, allowing our creative ideas to naturally grow. And it's a distant hum that reminds us where we came from, an echo of the pavement and the beating of a street drum. We blend the mechanical pressure with the organic touch, realizing that the quiet moments to sleep, leaving us with nothing but the promises we keep. Sanctuary far above the crowd. No longer needing our expressions to be loud. Just listen to the city breathing in the dark.
This is where our new beginning leaves its mark.
And it's a distant hum that reminds us where we came from. An echo of the pavement and the beating of a street drum. We blend the mechanical pressure with the realizing that the quiet moments mean so much. Yes, the distant hum will eventually fade into sleep, leaving us with nothing but the promises we keep. They let the city sleep, we good out for the night. The barista pours another cup of dark roast espresso. I watch the steam evaporate against the morning frost. You're staring out the window at the people down below, calculating everything we gathered and we lost. The sugar doesn't sweeten the resentment in our cup. We drink the liquid sorrow till our vision starts to blur. It's funny how a single choice can tear a kingdom up and leave us with the ghost of everything we used to were.
I trace the porcelain handle with my trembling fingertips, wishing I could rewrite every bitter word we spoke. Pass the mug because my throat is dry from swallowing my pride. I've been suppressing all these demons that are bubbling inside. Look at the dark complexion of the beverage inside the glass. Reminds me of the shadows that we threw across the grass when we were arguing about the petty things that didn't matter. Watching all our expectations shatter like a ceramic ladder. I pour my heart out in a message that I never sent, spending every single second wondering where the passion went.
Now we're trapped inside a coffee house surrounded by the patrons, two separate entities avoiding any close relations. I take a gulp, it burns my tongue, a physical reminder that history can be a cruel, unforgiving grinder. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises of fragile human breaks. The morning rush is whirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond that we no longer feel is stable. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken, muddy vision, but through the bitterness, the spark of truth remains alive. A desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive.
I watch the sediment settle down at the very bottom, thinking about the vibrant summer turning into autumn. My vocabulary fails me when I look into your eyes. I see through the facade and all the clever neat disguises. You wanted something simple, just a peaceful, quiet life. Instead I brought the chaos, the publicity, the strife, the media perception of a madman with the pen. And now now I'm trying to figure out if we can start again in this bohemian cafe, listening to the acoustic chords, dropping all my weapons, my artillery, my swords. Just an ordinary man holding a lukewarm paper cup, hoping that you'll look across the table and look up.
The background music plays an old familiar bossa nova, a gentle reminder that the storm is finally over. We don't need to rebuild the walls we spent years tearing down. We just need to find a way to walk through this old town without the heavy burden of the grudges that we keep. We stare into the black abyss of our mistakes, counting all the promises of fragile human grace. The morning rush is swirling all around our isolated table, trying to fix a bond we no longer feel is stable. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken muddy vision, but through the bitterness a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. Drink it down. Drink it down, let the down. Drink it down, drink it down, drink it down, drink it down, drink it down. Let the warmth wash away the cold. Stories told, secret soul, watching love unfold. We survived the frost, we survived the longest night. Yeah, just to focus till the picture's looking right. And it's a bitter brew that we are forced to swallow now. We are forced to swallow. We lost the magic recipe, forgot the sacred vow. Forgot the sacred vow. The counterculture coffee cannot heal the deep incision. We're staring at each other through a broken muddy vision, but through the bitterness a spark of truth remains alive, a desperate remedy to help our weary souls survive. Just a bitter brew in the morning light,
Leave the tips on the counter, a good out.
and just a bitter brew in the morning light. The haze is settling inside this dim cafe. A cigarette is burning down to ash and dust. We watch the golden afternoon dissolve to gray, and left our promises to wither and to rust. I feel the ivory beneath my heavy hands, unlocking memories we tried so hard to hide. Nobody in this crowded room quite understands the silent current pulling us against the tide. You speak in riddles that are tangled in the smoke, a beautiful disaster that I can't forsake.
Yeah, I watch the wisps of gray ascending toward the plaster ceiling, trying to suppress this overwhelming, suffocating feeling. You're hitting chords that resurrect the ghost I thought was buried dead, evoking all the wicked words that everybody else had said. I used to weaponize the dialect, the lyrical assassin, but now I'm sitting in the shadows witnessing your passion. The way your fingers navigate the keys is like a healing ointment, erasing 20 years of anger, stress, and disappointment.
I drop the microphone and listen to the resonance, absorbing every single note to establish my defense against the inner turbulence that threatens to consume my mind, leaving the bitterness and all the heavy armor far behind. We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicated mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain.
Yeah, I spent my entire youth navigating through a fiery furnace, screaming at the top of my lungs to prove my own earnest. But there's a quiet dignity inside this jazzy atmosphere, where all the paranoia and the static suddenly disappear. You play a major third and alter my entire mood, replacing my aggressive stance with genuine gratitude. No longer chasing validation from a fickle demographic, just chilling in the corner booth, ignoring all the heavy traffic. We orchestrate a masterpiece out of the broken fragments, defying every critic who predicted our collapse in segments. This is the fusion of the pavement and the classical design, a legendary vintage poured into a dirty glass of wine. Oh.
The final ember dies inside the crystal tray. The morning light is whispering across the floor. We threw our heavy, useless armor completely away, and found the strength to walk right through that open door. Your rhyme scheme is a shield that protects my fragile song. We let the smoke illuminate the hidden path we tread, unraveling the complicated mysteries instead of fighting battles that were lost a decade long ago. We let the music set the pace and control the steady flow. Through these smoky keys we find a way to breathe again, a sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain. Sanctuary from the chaos and the driving rain. We blend the gritty storytelling with the vintage blues, discovering a perspective that we can finally use. Yes, the smoky keys will guide us through the dark terrain, converting all our historical agony into gain.